I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and you're watching and listening to The Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. This week, I am sharing with you about expectation versus activity. This applies to brand new virtual assistant business owners, those who have been in it for a while, and those who even have a team of VAs that they work with. Now, before we dive into the specific topic, I want to give a quick community announcement. If you listened to last week's episode, I talked about our 30-day readings towards the very end of that episode. The event has been created on the Facebook page. So be sure you go to the Facebook page and click on going for that event and you'll get the reminders. Also, you'll see in the description that there is the reading list. It's outlined by the week. Outlined by the week. And then I'm going live every single week to talk about the different sections that we'll be going through. And it's about 2 sections a week is what it ends up being over a 4 to 5 week period. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you do that. You know that you're going. And if you have not liked the Facebook page while you're over there RSVPing for the event, go ahead and like the page. So that is facebook.com/TBBVA. That stands for the Business of Being a Virtual Assistant. Okay, on to today's episode. Let's talk about expectations versus activity. This is where we get real with ourselves and what we're doing in our business. Now, you can write down ideas, dreams, brainstorm all day on your notepad, on your phone, wherever you like to make notes of things. And that is fine. However, all of that good stuff that you wrote, that you brainstormed, that you daydreamed about, that you dreamed about, how do you bring it to life in the form of activity so that it moves toward the expectation that you have set for your business in 2020? If your expectation is to increase the number of clients that you serve, how is your activity matching that expectation? If you are looking to make 6 figures in 2020, how is your activity meeting that expectation? And this is where we find out whether or not our expectation is realistic. You are the one in charge of your expectation level. You're also in charge of your activity level. So you determine both. So if you are looking to increase the number of clients that you serve, ask yourself, how am I letting people know I exist? Am I marketing or waiting to do sales? Am I marketing or waiting to do sales? So what's the difference? And it took me a while to figure out the difference. When I first started my business in 2008, I didn't know the difference between marketing versus sales. It wasn't something that I had to know. And in my corporate jobs, it all seemed to be blurred together because usually those things went together in the different departments. So here is how, if this was something that the lines were blurred for you and you're not exactly sure, this is going to help you separate marketing from sales. So let's think about a car dealership. A car dealership. So the salespeople are there. If you show up to a car dealership right now, there's going to be salespeople coming out the door to greet you as soon as you get out of your car because they want you to give them a chance so they can sell you a car. However, how did you know about that particular dealership? Did you receive a flyer in the mail? Did you see a commercial on television? Did you see an ad on social media? Do you follow their Facebook page? Did a friend tell you about them? Did you hear something on the radio that brought you in? The thing that brought you into the dealership, that's marketing. Marketing is what attracts potential clients to your business. It's what gets people in your virtual doors. That is what marketing is. Marketing can be done consciously, meaning, let's say intentionally. I like intentionally better than consciously. Intentional marketing, or not intentional marketing. So let's talk about not intentional marketing. So not intentional marketing may be referrals, word of mouth. It's just like, if someone says, oh, I like that shirt, and you just tell them, oh, thank you. And they ask you, where did you get it? I got it at so-and-so. You're not trying to market the store. You're just telling them where you got the shirt, right? However, that's unintentional marketing. When you post something on social media, maybe you're just sharing a picture of yourself. Maybe you're sitting at your desk. Maybe you're just doing something. You're out with family. Whatever it is, you share a picture. Or you share a quote. Or let's say you're in a group. And maybe it's something that doesn't even have to do with VAs. It has nothing to do with VAs or business or anything. Let's say it's a crocheting group. And you're just sharing a project that you worked on over the weekend because you just love to crochet to relax your mind. Well, someone may like what you posted and just be curious about who you are as a person. So they do a little, They do a little digging and discovering more about you on your profile. So they go and they scope you out on Facebook, look at view profile, and they learn, wow, she has a virtual assistant business, or she works with crafters in setting up their Pinterest accounts, or whatever it is that you do, but it's somehow connected on your profile to let them know. Now they know that about you, unintentional marketing. Trust and believe, if you've in a group and you've ever shared something, people have gotten interested in what you had to say. And they've peeked at your profile. Just like some of you have probably peeked at my profile to see, who is Tiffany? What is she all about? So you peeked at my profile. People are going to do that, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever social media platform you're on. So it should be some type of connection that shows that you're a virtual assistant business owner, whether you say it or you talk about your service. And it's actually better that it's specific to your service as opposed to just saying VA, because people have their own ideas about what they think a VA is. So if you lead with the service and who you provide it for, that's a better unintentional way of marketing yourself. Now, intentional marketing, that's more obvious. That's going to be something that you intentionally share on your Facebook page or LinkedIn or somewhere that may give a tip, but then it also gives a promotion to something that you're offering at the end, or an email, or a video that you do. Those are intentional. I think we're probably mostly familiar with intentional marketing, and that's probably what you want to lean towards, because it's easier to just blast something out there so people know you've got a special offer, or, I just opened my virtual assistant business. Okay, no, that's something we want to tone down and do like 20% of that, because people really want to know who we are. If clients are going to give us their passwords, access to their QuickBooks account and their websites and their Facebook pages, all these different things, they have to trust us. And how can you trust somebody that you don't know, who may be on the other side of the world or the other side of the US from you? How do you begin to build a relationship and start to trust them? The first place they're going to do is take a peek at your profile, just like we talked about last week, and being searchable. People want to know you're not crazy and that you're stable. How do they know that? They're going to take a peek and see who you are, what you're all about. You may even be judged by the comments that people get back. Like, how do your friends comment back to you on these platforms? And you can tell the difference between someone that's friends with someone in the comments versus someone that's not. Because people tend to get a little relaxed. So when they get so relaxed, how do they talk to you and how do you talk back? You know what I'm talking about if you've seen some things that are a little off-putting and you're like, I don't know if I would have said that. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. People see, we're able to see everything that you do on social media. So it's important that we stay on top of the unintentional marketing and be aware. Be aware. This is why it's important to be yourself all the time. All the time. If you were to come over to my house, this is how I am all the time. This is how I talk all the time. It's not where I turn on, professional voice and, this is like some people in their regular conversation, they include curse words. Well, curse words are not a part of my regular conversation. In fact, I can remember in elementary school learning curse words and trying to use curse words. Yes, in elementary, like 5th grade, I think it was. I went to a Catholic school. So 5th grade is where I learned curse words at the Catholic school. But it wasn't comfortable. I had to remember when to throw in a curse word. With my friends on the playground, it didn't fit. So that never stuck with me. But if that is your thing, and that's how you're comfortable with, and that's the way you talk, then don't try to censor yourself because now you have a business. Because there are going to be clients that you attract because of that, because you're being true to yourself. Because even though some people may be repelled by it, you're willing to take that chance because you're not for everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are some people that are afraid to discuss their beliefs because they think it may repel some clients. And it will. I am a believer in Jesus Christ. And saying that may repel some people, and that's okay. But it's a part of who I am. So if that repels, then I think it's great because people need to be able to filter themselves and know who's right for them and who's not right for them. And it's not up to me to decide, but it's up to me, the business owner, to present myself authentically so that when we do get on a call, when we do get on Zoom, I'm the same person that you found online. There's no shock or surprise. I'm the same person. The only difference is sometimes I'm wearing glasses, sometimes I'm not wearing glasses. That's it. That's the biggest difference that it's going to be. And so you want to be your authentic self all the time, whether you're unintentionally marketing yourself or intentionally marketing yourself. And it takes the burden off to where you're not performing or acting. You can just relax and be yourself. And I think, and this is going off on a tangent, I think this is why some people may be afraid of the camera because they don't know how to act. Just be yourself. When you are writing a post, be yourself. I like to write exactly how I talk. That makes it so much easier. And it's a compliment when someone tells me that when they're reading, they can hear my voice or it sounds just like how I talk. That is such a huge compliment because that's how I want it to be. I want it to feel like we are having a conversation. Overall goal from today's episode is that I want you to increase the activity so that marketing increases, so that your clients increase and your income increases. Because even if you increase your rates, you still got to up the marketing so more clients can come through the door. Activity and expectation have to be in line with each other. If the activity is low and your expectation is high, how is that going to happen? How are you going to accomplish your goal if you're not working higher, getting up there so you can meet it? So I challenge you, encourage you to increase activity to meet your expectation. Now, if your expectation is low, activity is low, all good, you're happy as is, wonderful. But if not, increase it so that you are able to accomplish all that you want to, all that you have planned in 2020. So anyway, that's the end of today's episode. I look forward to meeting you in our reading, 30 days of reading. It starts next week. Make sure you head on over to the Facebook page and RSVP. Again, that's facebook.com/TBBVA, the business of being a virtual assistant. Now, real quick, I haven't done this in a while. If you're not on our email list, make sure you get on that. Go ahead and text 345-345, the words VA start. And it's all together. You can capitalize it or lowercase, doesn't matter. VA start to the number 345-345. That gets you added to the email list. You're the first one that knows when the podcast comes out. You'll also be notified of Facebook Lives and different things like that outside of the 30-day reading. I'm going every day live. I'm giving everybody a chance to go ahead and click that they're going on that event. So you'll get notifications directly on Facebook for that. So anyway, you have a wonderful and fantastic day.